Morning, everybody. What is your definition of the word understanding? Now, if you Google the definition, it'll use the word in the definition. It'll say something like, understanding is to understand something. Like, hey, Google, be better. But some might say, well, it's knowledge. You know, you're giving me knowledge, I comprehended, boom, understanding. Some might say, you know, that's that snowflake talk. And you people, all right, Jesus loves you, but get out of here. I'm not talking to you this morning. Understanding, to me, it is kind of hard to define. You have pieces of information that is knowledge, and kind of look at it like a puzzle. You have these puzzle pieces, and being able to put those puzzle pieces together, that is understanding. You can see that full picture, you know? And why I'm bringing this up for a mental health check, I'm going to talk about relationships. And I believe that at the core of all of our problems in our relationships is understanding, the lack thereof. And you need to have all the pieces of information. Let's say it's a marriage, and the marriage is falling apart, let's say. And, you know, why? Maybe you had understanding with one another, but perhaps you two changed, and now you need new information from that person. You need new information out of yourself, and be able to put the pieces together to figure out what is the problem. All right, what can we do to fix this? You could have a group of people, like a church. A lot of people come to church, they feel misunderstood, and they just leave, right? Instead of taking the time to have people understand what's going on inside of them, taking time to understand the people around you. Now, perhaps you have the understanding, and that understanding leads you to leave, perhaps. But a lot of people don't take the time to understand these days. We're so quick to just run off. We're so quick to discard other people, discard groups. You see it politically, right? We have our two sides, our two-party system, and neither side is willing to try to understand the other side. The information is out there, but they're just not willing to do the work to understand. And that's important as a mental health check, because it's not just about our mental health individually, but our collective mental health. You know, have you ever been to a home where the home is just a total mess? Everybody's a mess. And, you know, that family at times needs like group therapy, you know, because they need to deal with the mental health of the entire group. So it's important. And so I encourage you. Relationships is such a huge part of our everyday lives, at work, perhaps at church, any organization you're a part of, any of your friendships. You know, we have friendships that fall apart, right? You have friends that perhaps you knew for a long time, and then for whatever reason, you just split up. And it all comes down to understanding. So I encourage you to slow down and seek understanding. Seek those pieces of information, do the work to put them together, and then see what you can do to salvage a relationship or further the relationship, because relationships are that important. Cool.